Welcome. You've arrived gently, and there's nothing you need to do. This is a quiet place where the day can loosen its hold, and the mind doesn't have to stay alert. Entering the forgotten world. Settle now. There is nothing you need to prepare, nothing you need. Imagine clearly, nothing you need to remember. This story does not require attention. It does not ask you to follow events. It simply moves at a pace slow enough for rest. If your eyes are open, they may close whenever they wish. If they are already closed, there is nothing more to do. Your body already understands how to rest. Take a breath. Not deeper than usual, not slower than usual, just enough to notice that it is there. And when it leaves, let it leave without direction. Breathing does not need guidance tonight. As the breath settles into its own rhythm, the edges of the day begin to soften. Thoughts may still be present. This is normal. They are not asked to stop. They are simply allowed to pass, like distant lights moving slowly across water. Tonight, we are not entering a mystery. We are entering a memory that has already faded. A memory so faint that it no longer carries urgency. Long before history learned how to preserve every detail, before records became precise, before dates hardened into certainty, there were cities known only briefly, not because they were unimportant, but because time did not pause for them. This is one of those cities, a place mentioned once and then never again, a name that appears in a fragment and then dissolves into silence. As you listen, you do not need to picture streets or buildings or people. If images arise, they may remain indistinct, like shapes seen through evening mist. The city existed. That is enough. It stood on land shaped gently by time, not dramatic, not extreme. The earth beneath it was stable, the sky above it familiar. Nothing about the place suggested an ending. Cities rarely feel temporary to the people living inside them. They feel solid, they feel ongoing, they feel like tomorrow will come, just as today did. As your body continues to relax, you may notice a subtle heaviness, not discomfort, support. The surface beneath you is doing all the work. You are not holding yourself upright. In this city, life unfolded without urgency. People woke with light. They moved through routines that required no explanation. Water flowed where it always had. Stone retained warmth from the sun. There was no reason to hurry. Nothing in the ancient record suggests fear. Nothing suggests warning. This is important. The city did not live in anticipation of disaster. It lived as cities always do, focused on the present. As you rest now, your breathing may already feel quieter. The pauses between breaths may lengthen naturally. This is not something you are doing. It is something the nervous system remembers how to do when it senses safety. Ancient records do not tell us who ruled the city. They do not tell us how large it was. They do not tell us what language was spoken. They simply tell us that it existed, and then, one night, it did not. There is no rush toward that night. The story does not move quickly. It does not build. It does not escalate. We are still far from fire, and even when we reach it, it will not arrive loudly. For now, the city rests. The people rest. And you may rest as well. If sleep begins to arrive already, there is no need to resist it. You will not miss anything. The story is designed to continue without you. The forgotten world does not require witnesses. It exists whether it is observed or not. Breath follows breath, pause follows pause, nothing presses forward. And so we remain here in the quiet before memory fades. The city before the fire. There is a moment just before sleep fully settles when the mind is still aware but no longer curious. This part of the story lives there. The city before the fire was not remarkable. It did not consider itself ancient. It did not think of itself as temporary. It simply existed. Its buildings were placed where they made sense, not for beauty alone, not for power, for balance. Stone rested on stone, wood met earth. Nothing strained against its surroundings. As you rest now, your attention does not need to follow details. The details will not matter. The city is not defined by them. People moved through familiar spaces. Paths formed slowly, shaped by repetition rather than design. A door opened where people passed often. A wall stood where it had always stood. There was no sense of beginning here, and no awareness of an ending. You may notice now that your body feels heavier than before, not weighted down, settled. The muscles no longer hold themselves ready. In the city, morning did not announce itself loudly. Light arrived gradually. Shadows shortened. Air warmed. People rose when they rose. No alarms, no signals, just habit. The city did not hurry, and neither does this story. Water moved through the city without drawing attention to itself. Channels guided it gently. Basins received it quietly. Nothing overflowed. Nothing was forced. This rhythm, slow, predictable, sufficient, allowed the mind to rest, just as your mind rests now. Ancient records rarely describe what feels normal. They describe events. This is why the city feels incomplete to us. But normal life is where most existence happens. And normal life leaves little trace. You do not need to imagine faces. If you try, they may blur. That is fine. The story does not require clarity. People worked, but their work was not urgent. Hands repeated familiar motions. Movements learned long ago were carried out without thought. Repetition calms the nervous system. The mind recognizes it as safe. You may feel now that your breathing is almost unnoticeable. This is not shallow, it is efficient. The body takes what it needs and nothing more. In the city, time was not measured precisely. It was felt. Heat told people when to rest. Darkness told them when to stop. No one counted days. Days counted themselves. As you listen, you may begin to drift away from the words. They may pass through you without forming meaning. This is expected. The city had no sense of fragility. Why would it? It had stood longer than any living person could remember. Buildings feel permanent when they outlast generations. Cities feel eternal when memory is short. There were no warnings posted, no signs in the sky, no tension in the air. This is important. The city did not live under threat. As your body settles further, you may feel warmth spreading slowly, not heat, comfort, the sensation of being held by stillness. In this city, evenings arrived gently. Work ended without announcement. Light softened. People gathered or separated according to habit, not necessity. The city did not brace itself for night. Night was familiar. Ancient records mention none of this. They skipped directly to the fire. But before fire, there was quiet continuity. And continuity does not announce itself. As you drift now, you may feel the sense of before stretching. Before is always longer than after. The city breathed, the land breathed, and you breathe. Nothing is missing here. Nothing needs attention. This part of the story exists only to slow you down. The city remains intact. The fire is still far away, and there is no need to anticipate it. Sleep does not need anticipation. It arrives on its own. Breath follows breath. Pause follows pause. The city remains. You rest beside it. Ordinary lives, ordinary days. There is a quality to ordinary life that history rarely preserves. It is not dramatic. It does not announce itself. It repeats. In the city, before the fire, most days were like this. Not memorable, not distinct, simply present. As you rest now, your awareness may feel less pointed than before. This is natural. Attention no longer needs to stay sharp. People in the city did not wake thinking of history. They did not think of legacy. They did not think of endings. They thought of small things, of tasks already familiar. Hands reached for tools that felt like extensions of the body. Feet followed paths that required no decision. The mind loves what is familiar. It relaxes into it. You may notice now that thoughts begin to appear more slowly. They no longer arrive in groups. They come one at a time. And sometimes they drift away before finishing. This is the rhythm of ordinary days. In the city, people knew where they belonged. Not because it was assigned, but because repetition creates belonging. Places become known when they are returned to. Movements become effortless when they are repeated. Effortlessness is calming. The body recognizes it as safe. As you lie here now, you may feel that the sense of doing has softened. There is nothing to complete. In the city, work did not feel like struggle. It was simply what filled the day. People paused when tired. They resumed when ready. No one measured productivity. Time did not feel scarce. You may feel now that time itself has become less defined. Minutes do not stack neatly. They blur. This is the mind letting go of structure. Children in the city learned by watching, not by being told. Movements repeated, mistakes faded. Learning happened quietly, just as rest happens quietly. As your breathing continues, you may notice that the pause after each breath feels slightly longer. This is the body's way of letting go. In the city, midday passed without notice. Light shifted. Shadows moved. No one marked the moment. History marks moments. Life rarely does. You may now feel a gentle heaviness behind the eyes. This is a sign that the mind is releasing effort. Ordinary days do not require vigilance. They do not require alertness. In the city, evenings came softly. Tasks ended without conclusion. Light dimmed. People did not rush to prepare for night. Night had always arrived before. As you listen, you may no longer be sure how long you have been listening. This is good. Time is losing importance. The city existed inside this softness, inside this unremarkable flow. No one expected a final day. No one expected a final night. Expectations keep the mind awake. The absence of expectation allows sleep. You may feel now that your body is completely supported. There is no need to adjust. In ordinary days, nothing stands out. And because nothing stands out, everything blends. This blending is what allows the mind to drift. The city did not mark its days, and the story does not mark its time. If your attention wanders, do not bring it back. There is nothing to return to. Words may now feel like distant sounds. They do not ask to be understood. Ordinary lives do not need to be remembered. They are complete while they are lived. As you rest now, you may sense that the story has slowed even further. This is intentional. The fire is still not near. And even when it comes, it will not arrive suddenly. For now, we remain in the calm repetition of ordinary days. Breath follows breath. Day follows day. Nothing presses forward. The city rests, and you may rest with it. The evening before, everything changed evenings. In the city, were never urgent. They did not signal endings. They signaled release. As you rest now, you may feel that the day you lived today has already begun to fade. This story mirrors that feeling. In the city, evening arrived gradually. Light did not disappear. It softened. Shadows lengthened across stone. Warmth lingered in walls. Air cooled gently. Nothing demanded attention. People did not hurry home. Home was already near. You may notice now that your body feels very still, not frozen, at ease. In the city, work ended without ceremony. Hands stopped moving. Tools were set down. Where they would be found again. No one counted what was completed. Completion did not matter. Evening was familiar. As your breathing continues, you may feel that each breath requires less effort than the last. This is the body recognizing safety. In the city, voices lowered naturally, not out of fear, out of rhythm. The day had spoken enough. Meals were simple. Light faded further. Firelight appeared indoors, steady and calm. Fire at this time was comfort, warmth, continuity. It is important to notice this. The fire that will come later does not arrive as an enemy. Fire was already part of life. As you listen now, you may feel the boundary between waking and sleeping grow thinner, not crossed, softened. In the city, people did not mark this evening as different. Why would they? Every evening looked much the same. There were no signs, no tension, no gathering sense of unease. The city did not hold its breath. As your mind relaxes further, thoughts may slow until they feel incomplete. This is the edge of sleep. Evening passed gently into night. Darkness did not fall. It settled. Stars appeared as they always had. The sky remained unchanged. In the city, night was not feared. It was expected. You may now feel a subtle pull inward, as if awareness is turning toward rest without instruction. People lay down when tired. They did not anticipate dreams. They did not anticipate morning. Sleep arrived as it always had. Nothing marked this night as the last. Nothing whispered warning. This is not tragedy, it is normalcy. The mind, when it senses normalcy, lets go. As you rest now, you may feel that the words are drifting.